Welcome to Rancho Deluxe Micro Ranch, where land is small and hearts are big. Every morning begins the same way, feeding the horses along with Django and Ivy in the loop. Journi, my stunning mare, always gets a big bucket of alfalfa. What I want to show you here is how well we work in partnership. She's incredibly polite, and that's no accident. This came from training built on kindness, small steps, and ultimately trust and a profound connection. Time to muck. This barn is a run-in shelter, intentionally designed so the horses can come and go as they please. It's a dedicated space where they can lay down and sleep on fluffy pine shavings when the weather turns bad. Otherwise, they prefer to sleep outside. Of course, this space doubles as a bit of a horse litter box, which means mucking the barn is a daily job. Since we live on a small property, manure management is a must, so I dump into this trailer and it weekly gets hauled off. Here's a temporary water trough with a heater that I already cleaned. I set this up when temperatures drop below freezing. Mucking and more mucking. Every day I walk the acre with this muck cart and pick up the manure. When we first started this journey 3 years ago, the only way to handle manure was to load it onto a trailer and haul it off. My husband posted an ad on Nextdoor, and that's when we met Jim. He came by, emptied the trailer, and he and my husband have been great friends since. Every Friday at 4 p.m., Jim shows up. They share a couple of IPA beers and great stories while the horses gather around. Jim is only available 8 months of the year, so the rest of the time I hook up my truck and haul the manure to a nearby 100-acre property, with the owner's permission, of course. It's just another piece of what makes this micro ranch run so smoothly. Extra hay and feed are stored in our garage. A couple times a week I haul it down to the hay barn along with pine shavings and stack everything neatly. This is just alfalfa and pine shavings. Bales of alfalfa are heavy, and I count this as part of my weight-bearing exercise. As I keep this up, I'll be stacking hay well into my 80s. My husband Scott built these amazing slow-feed hay boxes. He's been a foundation of why and how this all works. With rain on the way, I found a cover that fits perfectly over the hay boxes to keep our valuable hay dry. Because the cost of hay, nothing can go to waste. I keep Journi in her feed pen during feeding time so she can enjoy her alfalfa without sharing. The little ones need to watch their weight, so it's for their benefit too. This part of our house has been adapted into an extra stall by the horses. Scott had to install a panel in the back to keep the little ones from going completely under the house and hanging out. I set up a water trough here as well, and now it's a functional covered hangout space. So since every day I do a lot of mucking, most days I fill the trailer up twice, but today it's a 3-day dump because they spent more time in the barn based on the weather, so there's a whole lot more pine shavings to clean up. Here's another slow feed hay box in the barn. I keep it full so they have access to 24/7 forage. I spend a lot of time outside because I can't help but engage with my horses and donkey. I never question why I show up and do this every day. It's a deep love that guides me.